And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Hopeless. They should have killed me as a baby, and now they got me trapped in a storm. I'm going crazy. Forgive me.
All right, y'all, real quick. The boss is listening. Let's get it. The boss is listening. You see this right here? You see that right there? Saudi Arabia just spent $43 million on Jackie O's childhood home. Now,
but again, they're really expanding their footprint here. And then right next door to Marywood, Qatar has bought even more real estate. It's bought a house right over here, and it's bought over $50 million worth of land on the Potomac. They're going to build some insane homes. One other interesting note about McLean is that it's right next door to the CIA. The CIA is right here. So the CIA, located in Langley, Virginia, which is really part of a McLean, is located right there. We would really like to stay alive for the entirety of the video, so we are not going to get any closer than that. Our next stop is also in Virginia, the beautiful town of Great Falls. By the way, before we get to Great Falls, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to hit subscribe. Our purpose on this channel is to capture the world without bias or fear, to dig into important stories like this one. Back to Great Falls. Alright, we are now in the rustic, country, rural, wealthy DC suburb of Great Falls, and that's the most expensive house, 21,000 square feet. It's going for $16 million. I mean, when your government spends $6 trillion a year, you're going to get a lot of houses like that right next door. This behind us is the home of the current governor of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin. He lives here in Great Falls, and he's a perfect insight in the economy of D.C. He was previously the CEO of Carlyle, which is a huge private equity firm that actually kind of built itself off of working with private defense contractors like Boeing and Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin, all those companies.
So, you might be like, well, why are we talking about this? The name of this video over here, you see that inside DC's filthy rich suburbs. Now, you see these numbers, man? Now, all them companies that he just named, we manage $474 billion in assets, man. Billion. Big dollars. And see, look, I thought about something. I thought about what Bobby Hemmett said. Bobby Hemmett said it's not about moralism. It's not about moralism down here. The universe don't give a damn if you consider yourself a good person, you know what I'm saying, or even a bad person. You know what I'm saying? There's a force that runs this world down here. You know what I mean? And you got to be in alignment with that force to even even to see these type of numbers. But these people, we already know these type of people though. Come on, man. Like, these people done sold this, so they down with the beast. They fraternities, sororities, you know what I'm saying? They heavy in the game. You're not gonna just be no ordinary person. And see, when I was young, I never knew that. I thought that I was duped. I thought that all you gotta do is grind hard. I finished high school, but I didn't go to college. But I took up a couple trades and everything. Didn't complete them, but I did at least participate. You know what I'm saying? I should have completed, but that's I don't even know why I didn't. Didn't really take it serious at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I was always working and getting my own money. I just thought that I could just mind my own business. I didn't realize in this world that I had eyes on me from other dimensions. You know what I'm saying? We got different types of beings looking in on this reality. Cause see, you got to understand that, it kind of remind me of the movie, Hancock. You know what I'm saying? You remember the movie Hancock when Will Smith, he knew he had the superpowers, but then he met one of his kind. He met that white girl, and the white girl was just trying to play it off like she wasn't a superhero. She was just trying to play it off like she was just a regular person, and she just wanted to live a regular life and fall in love with her husband and raise a family and blah, blah, blah. But then he found out, he's like, hold up, I know this chick. She's from my motherfucking planetary star system. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I'm gonna watch it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to watch it again. But my point is, you see how she was just down here trying to live a regular life. But you're special. You're somebody different. So, you know, you're not down here to fit in with the regular people. You're not down here just to get a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Work at Walmart or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not down here to be, you know, a construction worker or a police officer. You're down here on a different mission. And that mission is spiritual. And you got to understand that. and that's what I had to realize. You know what I'm saying? I thought that, you know, I could just, you know, like I said, get a job and just mind my own business. Give me a couple girlfriends on the side. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, you know, that somebody was watching me the whole damn time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm under heavy surveillance, man. And I'm like, yo, you know, it's like, but had they not did this, you know what I'm saying? You know, I wouldn't have never realized how special I am. You know what I'm saying? You know, they exposed their hand really by even, you know, attacking, you know what I'm saying? Even though this program was meant to, you know, take the God out. But at the end of the day, you know, the God got stronger in this shit. You know what I'm saying? You best believe that. You know what I mean? You know, and then he woke me up to the technology. And then at the same time, you woke me up to let me know that I am divine. And can't nobody tell me shit. You can't tell me like Kanye West. You can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? You expose your hand. There's nowhere in the world you would spend this much time and energy into taking out a ogie from the stogie. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So obviously, you know, I'm something special. That's my bad, y'all, with that noise. I'm holding the cam, but my throat got dry. I had to grab the bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just trying to tell you that, you know, it may not be our mission, you know, to be like these folk, but these folk, what should it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose their soul? You know, these folk, some of these folk don't even have a soul. You know what I'm saying? These, that's why they rich. That's why they got all the wealth. That's all they got. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing. Most of them be miserable. You know what I'm saying? They can't even leave this motherfucking dome anyway. They stuck here. So they keep on reincarnating and coming on back through their bloodline, which is smart. I don't blame them. Why would they want to come through Shaniqua's bloodline down in the hood? You know what I'm saying? And be born in the ghetto. You know what I mean? I'd rather keep the bloodline pure too. And keep on reincarnating, coming. You die rich, you be born again rich. Cause that's what they doing. These rich folks just coming back again. Like the song. You think Jesus coming back? No, these people be coming back. You know what I'm saying? All these celebrities, they got videos that show you this crap, man. They got videos that show you that these celebrities, these singers and these actors, they all reincarnated, dog. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with the same energy. Why do you think they're so good at what they do? They done did it eons, you know what I'm saying? For every lifetime. They keep coming back, reliving the same life. But yeah, but talking about these rich folk, man, these people over here balling, man. And we might not ever ball like this. You know what I'm saying? We might not ever see those type of assets right there. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we're on a different mission. You just gotta understand that. But, you know, just trust that everything's gonna be the way it's supposed to be. If you trust in the divine, if you on righteousness side, you ain't got nothing to worry about. All right? That's just a fact. If you on righteousness, I ain't say religion. I ain't say God. I said righteousness. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be very specific. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on righteousness side. And you should know what that is. Because your spirit gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that they're righteous, but they following the ways of the beast. And they going straight to hell with them. If you out here gangstalking, you definitely ain't on the righteousness side. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these folks out here doing evil stuff with the beast and don't even realize that they're even with the beast. They don't even realize it. They're under a spell. You know what I'm saying? But DB is here to shake the spell to wake some of y'all punk asses up for the 93 shot. And with that being said, y'all, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna end this video. Tell me what you think about these rich folk having all this damn money. It's not about moralism, like Bobby said, because these people are wicked, but they got all the wealth, and your broke ass is still in the hood talking about G's on the main line. You think these folk don't believe in that, but they got all the money. They got all the damn money, dog. All the money, all the airplanes, all the homes. They got everything. And you catching the bus to church. Can I get a no-no there? You know what I'm saying? You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Wake up. Wake up. You have been lied to. The world is an illusion. Wake up from the confusion. Holla back.
Burning in hell, but don't deserve to be. Got niggas I don't even know that wanna murder me, just because they heard of me.
Those we've deemed expendable need to believe there's a better life waiting for them. They need hope. And we can't allow that illusion to be destroyed.